Hello, everyone. I'm Liz from Melbourne. My friends know that. And I'm going to start 30 days. I'm going to do my best to do 30 days of going live each day just for a few minutes. So now at any moment, I'm hoping my dog doesn't bark because if he does, I'm not very good at it, stopping him without yelling. So, but I thought I would start today with something I've been thinking about, and it's thought about for a long time, but particularly recently, and that's about congruence. You know, some of you know that a little bit about my work. Some of you don't. That's fine, but congruence is something that's really, really big in our lives, and there's congruence within ourselves. Personally, and then there's congruence in our work. Now that could be our job or business or our ambitions, congruence in the direction we're putting our energy, and we're trying to put our energy somewhere else, and things are just incongruent, so it's a real big thing, and I've known both sides of the coin, and particularly a time of struggling to find congruency. Now, when I say find congruency, I've never operated way outside in my work, way outside of my values by any means, but congruency with where I want to go, congruency with my the skills I've built, the expertise I've built, that sort of congruency, that's a really big thing. And and I'll just be pretty blunt, one of my pet hates is slick talk. It's really, really one of my pet hates. Slick talk that doesn't have substance to it, full of promises, learn this thing and you'll just be magically successful, or blah, 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 that sort of thing. And, but I think about congruence when we're on a path of congruency, we're like, it's not a destination, it's a way. When we are congruent, we have a feeling of kind of like wild and free, and I kind of like that. Wild and free, and in whatever we do, we could be working hard, not working hard, we can be doing a lot of work, we can be spending long hours, or we could be putting a lot of energy in, or whatever. But if we're congruent, it's, you still feel wild and free. Now, the opposite is that when it's not like that, life starts to feel heavy, and the things we're doing start to weigh us down and burden us, and you start, in fact, the words I would go for would be enslaved by systems, and what you'd enjoy normally becomes like you feel like a slave. And I've thought about this been thinking about it for a few days actually, and it's really interesting because, we can really enjoy something or get benefit from something, a type of work or a type of activity, when we're getting somewhere, when we're making progress. But when that progress isn't good enough, that thing we're doing, or that mode of working, or that mode of activity, becomes very wearing, and it's like it becomes our enemy. And yet it's not really our enemy. It's just that there's incongruence. And that incongruence could be, trying a path that's, the ladder is against the wrong wall, or it's a poor quality ladder or something like that. Or it's a ladder that's not built properly and leads nowhere, kind of thing. But as we go along, what I've found is that in finding congruency, there's a real need to adapt and change. And I'm a person who loves change. I really don't go well in BAU, business as usual. I can do that, but I find it very unstimulating after a while. But I love challenge. I like change. I like to start and finish something. And that's so, for me, we all have things that make us that kind of make us heartsick. And one of the things that would make me heartsick, because I've got a very high conscientious score, is not getting somewhere if I'm trying hard at something for a long time. And so we all have things like that, but adapting and changing. So why I said that about change was that while I'm really consider myself really love change, I love things fresh, new, all that sort of thing, there's always something. I love it till I don't. And I wonder if you love the things, you love change until you don't as well. And what I mean is there's always some areas of security within ourselves that, or kind of where we resist changing. And that's normal, that's healthy. I can't see who's watching, but thank you for whoever you are. I'll see later. I'll just see no, I can't see on this phone. But thank you. But adapting and changing, it really takes courage, to find, hey, Donna, yay, nice to see you. It really takes courage to reinvent. I'm somebody who has reinvented myself a lot, and I've realised that I've become very good at it. And it's not something that many people do become good at, sort of moving through that and finding the new things and re-establishing yourself, etc. So it does take courage in that. And so I just wanted to keep this to a few minutes, and but I just thought if anyone sees this and wants to comment in the comments, what point do you get stuck at, or just to think about it, what point do you in thinking about congruence in your work, the activity, the path you're moving along, areas there, is there a feeling of enslaved? Does it go more that way, or wild and free? And at what point are you getting stuck? It's a really good first place to start. Anyway, that'll do me for now, and I've got a whole stack of things I have to talk about, and I do want to get to just stay about 3 minutes. So see you next time.